Okay, so the Bulgarian residency drama continues. So I'm going to quickly explain for those who don't know. So myself and my wife moved to Bulgaria 4 months ago from the UK. Now, the process has been absolutely crazy. So the first thing we needed, I'm hoping you guys can hear me because it's very windy, but the first thing we needed was a visa. So we obtained the visa. That's a whole nother story in itself. So I've got what's called a D visa based off marriage because my wife Marina is Bulgarian, for those who don't know. So I've obtained the DT visa. The next step after the visa is to get the residency permit to be able to live in Bulgaria for a period of 1 year. So the temporary residency permit lasts for 1 year. After 1 year, you have to renew it. However, the issue has been the documents. So there is documents upon documents that's necessary in order to submit the application for the residency permit. Now, the issue we're having, and a lot of other people moving over and getting residency permit are having the same issue. So it's not me, it's not my ignorance. We're very clued up and educated on what's necessary. But the issue is every jurisdiction and every town or city seems to have different regulations as to what's needed. On top of that, every time you go to visit immigration, they have a different case, they have a different requirements on what's needed. So one time, you'll go to the immigration and they will say you need this set of documents. Another time you'll go to immigration and it'll be somebody else at the desk saying you need another series of documents. So it's like there's so many different opinions. Like there seems to be no law within the administration. It's just, okay, whatever the person on the day decides is how it is, which is really causing a lot of issues. So as it stands, we now have everything we need plus more. The last thing we had to do, because we went last time and they basically said, because I'm self-employed, I need to provide proof of income. I need 13,000 leva in a Bulgarian bank account. Now, because I don't have a residency permit, it's a lot more difficult for me to open a Bulgarian bank account. So the way we've had to do it is I've had to transfer 13,000 leva from my UK account to my wife's Bulgarian account. And then she has to now do a declaration and pay to get it notarized to say that she has sufficient funds to provide for me for 12 months. The 13,000 leva is basically the minimum salary in Bulgaria divided by 12. A lot of people have said to me, why can't you just get the family reunification visa? We spoke to multiple solicitors and the only way I'm able to get my residency permit is this exact way we're doing now. So today should be the last day of getting everything we need. We're going to go now and firstly go to the bank to print the statement for the proof of funds. We then need to get notarized document to say my wife's going to say she can support me for a year. We're then going to go back to immigration and hopefully apply. So we're going to head first to the bank and then we're going to take you along and hopefully, fingers crossed, today I'm going to be submitting an application for my residency permit. They say the two hardest things are moving places and starting a business, and we did both at the same time. So we moved to Bulgaria and we decided to start a business at the same time. So currently I have a marketing agency and the business has just taken off like a lot quicker than I expected, and it's good, but it's also problematic because of course when you start businesses you have to promote the businesses, you have to do branding around it, and I haven't had a chance to do a lot of things because I'm so snowed under with work that I've not been able to do things such as promoting the business, and it's been a lot, but I think we're slowly kind of getting to the end of it. Like, as I said, with the residency permit, that's been like a massive stress in itself. Like starting a business, moving, sorting these permits and documents out, like every day we've had to go out and get different things, go to different places, and once this week's over, we can kind of focus a bit more on living again, you know, and building in Bulgaria. Right now, it's just, everything's just kind of chaos. The marketing agency is going very, very well. But yeah, it's just a lot of work, and a lot of work quicker than we had anticipated. Okay, so next stop, we are going to UniCredit, which is one of the main banks here. All right, so another day, it's not happening. This process is crazy. So the issue now is we thought we could just go into the bank, get a bank statement, get it printed and take it to the notary to get sorted. However, to get a bank statement, we have to pay 36 leva. It has to be sent from Sofia and stamped to be able to be approved by immigration, which we didn't know. So now we've paid the 36 leva for a statement, for a bank statement, because it has to be stamped to be able to present to immigration next week. So it's definitely not happening today. Another thing is the insurance. So I took out a 1-year insurance, which is mandatory in order to present to immigration, because you have to be covered for 1 year for insurance. However, it has to be exactly 1 year. So because now this process has obviously been pushed back, it means I now have to pay for another insurance policy on top of this. Today's just been messed up basically, because I really thought that this was going to be the day that it was resolved. After all of this stress, all of this hassle, I thought today is going to be an amazing video. We're going to submit everything, but we keep it real on this channel, and the reality of it is that we have had another setback, yet another setback, and there's nothing we can do about it. So I'm still going to post this video. You guys are still going to see it, because this is the reality of the situation. Like, a lot of you guys that follow me on TikTok just see like a quick little snippet of things that are happening, but you don't see every day, like these stresses. Every single day we're having to do something, and a lot of people say to us, oh, why don't you just get an immigration lawyer? The reason we haven't got an immigration lawyer is because we know the steps, we know exactly what needs to be done, we have all of the documents, but it's these little silly things like having to pay now. Like, everybody wants money, having to pay now for a bank statement, having to pay for silly little things. We know what needs to be done, like whether we get an immigration lawyer or not at this point now, where we're paying again hundreds and hundreds of leva. When my wife is fluent in Bulgarian, she's from Bulgaria, like there's no need to get an immigration lawyer, because typically you get one when people can't speak the language, right? Like, if I couldn't speak Bulgarian, I'd have to get somebody who can help, but my wife speaks fluently Bulgarian. So anyway, we're going to do what we can today, and then I'll do another video when we're trying again, when this document comes. But we're going to go now to the notary place to get a bank thing notarized, and yeah, that's about all we can do today. Quick stop at Nice Place for some lunch, and then I need to get back to work. So I've got a Caesar salad, and Marina has
just the chicken breast and some cabbage salad.
There we go. So we're going to eat this real quick now, and then I'm going to get back to work. Okay, so that's lunch out the way. Now heading back home to do some work. The hardest thing about this business is how quickly things have picked up. It has been ridiculously fast. We are snowed under with clients. So basically we have a marketing agency in which I do content creation, video editing, helping people to basically build their personal brand and business using social media. Now the problem is I'm building my own personal brand, right, which is taking a lot of time, and my own personal brand is starting to do very well, which is very time consuming. It's like a full-time job in itself, on top of starting a agency. So the biggest thing at the moment is time and figuring out how to balance everything. And this is one thing that I'm starting to learn, is like having the time to do everything and give the most to everything. You know, it's very difficult to be able to balance everything and manage my time. And that's one thing I'm really starting to sort of try to improve on. So I'm gonna go home now. I have about 4 hours worth of client work to do, and then onto my own content. Okay, so as you can see, it's no longer daytime. Everything is done for the day. It's now nearly 8:30. We're heading to the gym, and I really didn't want to go to the gym today after such a long day, but we have to keep it up. Have to keep up the consistency. So long story short, the residency permit will be next Thursday now. We're going to submit the application. All of the documents and everything will be ready next Thursday, by next Thursday. Yeah, it's just been a long day today. Client work, editing clients' videos takes hours and hours and hours. And people don't realize, I don't think, how long editing content takes. Like, one client's video, if they're not happy or satisfied, it can literally be 3-4 hours for one social media video, you know? So yeah, it's been a long day. Again, like I said earlier, like just learning to balance everything and have time for myself and have time for my wife, like making sure everything is balanced. That's the key thing, because if you're out of balance, it's chaos, you know? But I'm gonna wrap the video up. Not the video we wanted today, not the result we wanted, but this is real life. This is reality. So I would appreciate it if you can subscribe and share this to a friend. We can get to 300 subscribers by the end of March. I would be a very, very happy content creator. Have a great evening, or have a great day if you're watching this in the day, and I'll see you guys on the next video.